think. Let's see. I think I'm live. I'm just a little bit early. I just first wanted to say thank you to everyone. I'm actually celebrating my birthday tomorrow, and usually I don't really like to celebrate my birthdays. For me, I like to celebrate other people's birthdays. I like to make them cakes and take care of them. And for me, it's just like, yeah, another year. But you know, every year that we are alive, we have to celebrate it, celebrate health. If you're healthy, celebrate every little thing that we have, because it seems like every day is a new surprise, and not in a good way. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for your support for the channel. Thank you to all the subscribers. Oh, cool. We got Don't Be Stupid in the house. I love your name. And I just, I wanted to express my gratitude to you because, YouTube doesn't make it easy for us creators. And I feel like also TikTok has sort of ruined YouTube in a way, because TikTok is so disposable for people with short attention spans. And for me, I like to kind of take my time in storytelling and demonstration. And so, another thing I wanted to know from a lot of you is, do you favor that TikTok format where everything is really short and in your face? And I'm like, I don't really learn much how to cook from these TikTok videos. I think they're more for entertainment value. And oh, hi, Alistair to Scotland. So we got Scotland and Poland in the house. That's wild. How am I doing? Hi, Emma, good to see you. I'm just here, drinking my cup of coffee and trying to soak in a sunny day. We had some well-needed rain in California here, but wish we had some more. I wanted to give some shout outs to people. Let's see, we've got Larry and Randy and Patricia. Helen, happy birthday to you. Also another Aries in the house. Kate, another Aries. Thank you, Dandelion. Marilee and Thrifty Fawn, Dan Q. You guys are like the OGs. Ferminagassi and Retha Kitchen Blogs, shout out to you. And Burning Pepper, what a name, Burning Pepper, I love it. Thank you for the kind birthday wishes. I'm going to take care of, oh, we got Sacramento in the house too. Nice to see you, Nomad. I had a couple of questions from Layla. She said, what is my skincare regimen? I do have a skincare video up that I put just not too long ago, like a month or two ago. But basically, I like to keep it simple. I'm always talking about how what you put inside affects your skin. So if you eat clean, whole, healthy Mediterranean foods, it'll reflect on your skin. And of course, I'm a huge fan of olive oil. Hi, Daryl from Monterey. Good to see you here. I love olive oil for the skin and for the hair, and I swear by it. And I don't really like to use harsh chemical solvents. If there's one brand though that I do love for for skin, it's Olivella. It's Olivella. It is a brand that originates in Italy, and you could actually order their moisturizers and skincare products, and they're very reasonably priced, which I love. They're not super expensive, and they're made with real olive oil from Italy. So there's a tip for you for skincare. If you don't use olive oil, try Olivella. So I wanted to get some announcements done. First, I just want to let you know I'm going to be shooting a bunch of episodes. Oh, funny you should say that, Don't Be Stupid. Are you going to going abroad soon? Yes, I am. I'm going to France in May. Crossing my fingers that everything goes well, because I haven't had the best travel experiences recently. It's not fun to travel anymore. Let's face it, guys. Unless you are one of the elites traveling around in a private jet making rules for everyone else, traveling is not a walk in the park. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a culinary focused tour. I was invited by a group, and I kind of couldn't say no, because there's going to be all kinds of culinary experiences. Let's see, washing your face with it. Chef Evie Lee, awesome. Keep up the good work with that. Oh, and somebody said, I promised I go to Poland. I would love the opportunity to go to Poland. If I do ever get the chance, I would go in a heartbeat. But right now it's France. So because France, this particular trip, it's going to be very culinary focused, focusing on cheese, on mustard, on chocolate, on how to cook like a French person. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I hope to get a lot of fun episodes from there. I'm not sure if you like these travel videos. I have quite a few. I mean, if you want to recap, I have a travel playlist where I showed in detail my travels to the Middle East as well as to Europe. So thank you, Don't Be Stupid, for the offer. You're very kind. We'll see what I could do. It's this trip to France is very short. It's only like a week, but we'll see how it goes. I also wanted to share with you some behind the scenes info. So a lot of the stuff that I share with you, like for instance, for every video, I have in my description box a list of discounts from people, from sponsors that I have worked with. So be sure if you want to get a discount on any of those. I really weigh heavily every time there's a sponsor. I do my research. I make sure that it is a good product before I share it with you. Guys, I get inundated every day. I'm talking every day with travel, with sponsorships, new sponsorships. Hi, Helen, nice to see you. And a lot of the times, I'll say 90% of this time, I say no. Let me give you an example. So I had a big brand come to me a couple of weeks ago, and they wanted me to do a cooking series featuring their product. And it was for bouillon cubes, okay? And they're all excited about the bouillon. I'm like, oh, bouillon cubes, that would be great for my audience because it's economical, it adds lots of flavor, and this is a big company. What an opportunity. Well, I looked at the ingredients of the bouillon cubes. Would you believe that they had like 3 kinds of MSG, monosodium glutamate, maltodextrin, like a GMO filler. It had all this inflammatory, like hydrogenated seed oils in there. And I was like appalled. I was completely appalled. I'm like, are you kidding? I can't go to my audience after, talking to you about the importance of whole foods, Mediterranean diet, and then cook with it, eat it, and tell you guys that it would be good to eat. Like, I can't do that. I can't do it. It goes completely against my beliefs. Thank you. Good to see you, sir. And I said no. After I really contemplated it, I'm like, you know what? I can't do it. So I've said no to lots of money because I don't want to share with you. I feel responsible for what I bring to you. And and I have to tell you, there are a lot of influencers that would say yes to the money. They would say yes, and they would peddle this garbage and tell you how great it is. And I just want you to know from me to you that I would never do that for you because I see you guys as family. And I know that, today, in this day and age, subscribers every subscriber is earned. Thank you, Helen. Yeah, thank you for your comment. She said, I trust your recommendations that you're not doing it for the money. Exactly. I'm not going to do it for the money. And sometimes I'll even do things for friends, because I'm like, I love their products. Like, for example, Dukan Foods recently, I did one on theirs. I looked at their ingredients. They were spectacular, shipped from Egypt. I thought it was great. So I'm not going to recommend to you anything that I would not put into my own body or use myself or feed my kids. Hi, Emily, to you in Atlanta. So I just wanted to let you guys know, this is very important to me that you guys know this. And so when I did that recent sponsorship for Thrive on gut health, I thought it was super interesting. I actually paid for my own kit, and I will pay for another kit to give you guys an update on the probiotics to let you know if they work. So I just wanted to let you guys know this. It is so important to me that you know this. Hello to you, Stardust from Texas. Oh, and Helen, you brought their tea. I hope you enjoyed them. I'm still drinking them. I love their teas from Dukan Foods. So I'm celebrating my birthday tomorrow, and usually I don't, like I said, I'm not big on birthdays, but I just wanted to kind of bring you guys in and say hello to you. It's been very busy. Hi, Carol, you are a gift to us all. You are so kind, Carol, thank you. Hi from Calabasas, Mary. Hi, nice to see you here, Mary. So is somebody sneaking into my house right now? I hear some creaks. I hope it's not like a critter or something. Oh, it is. Oh, hi. Anyways, so I I'm glad you like the tea, Helen. Glad you enjoy them too. So if you guys have any questions or comments, I'm here for you. I had another question about the cardamom. When I use cardamom in Arabic coffee, where do I get it from? I usually I like to get the Middle Eastern spices from Middle Eastern markets because I know that the turnover is high, that it's fresh, and it's most likely imported from the Middle East. And I hate to say it, like I always like to emphasize shopping local, but when it comes to Middle Eastern spices, there's something about the soil in the Middle East that makes them taste better. So I like to support my local Middle Eastern markets and getting it. If I were to get a brand that I really like Ziyad brand. They're very high quality. I know the people, they're family run, they're an amazing company. And I really like Ziyad brand as well. But I don't know if you guys have any questions or comments, rattle them off. I'd love to answer them. Right now I have like a few minutes before I go on to the next extravaganza. How have you guys all been? I hope everything is going well. I hope you're safe. There's just like too much bad news, too many horrible things happening, frankly. And it's hard to stay uplifted despite this all. So, one reason why I emphasize health so much is if you're of sound body, you're of sound mind, So Helen brought her coffee with the cardamom ground in it from Ramallah. Great point. If you can get your hands on getting things from Ramallah, I highly recommend it. Do you wash your Frica before you cook it? Yes, I do. I like to wash the Frica before I cook. Now, can you offer a better alternative to chicken bouillon? So if I'm not going to use chicken bouillon, I usually like to make my own like stock and use it, throughout the week. So here's a tip for you guys. Did you know that if you like take the meat off of even rotisserie chicken, that you can take those bones and put it in a crock pot with like celery and carrots and make your own broth, even from already cooked chicken bones. So, Carol, you're enjoying your coffee with oat milk. Oat milk is actually really surprisingly good. I caved in and bought that oat milk. You guys, your comments are coming in fast. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to open another file here so I could see any missed comments. If I didn't answer your questions, please feel free to ask them again because here, I'm gonna actually click on my feed and see what I missed. Okay, do I grow any of my own vegetables? From Chef Evie Lee. I used to, but I have a black thumb. I'm not so good, so I wanna pick that up again because let me tell you guys, I mean, there's some alarming news. First of all, a lot of the ingredient for the fertilizer comes from Russia, the main ingredient for fertilizer. And so farmers are having to pay an alarming amount for fertilizer to grow our crops because of this. And so I'm scared. Like I'm thinking that the cost of our fresh produce this summer is going to skyrocket beyond our wildest imagination. I mean, if you think things are expensive now, wait till you see how much produce is going to cost. One way to combat that, of course, is to grow your own food, and that's not practical for everyone. But you can, I mean, it's amazing what you can grow even on your windowsill or balcony. If you've got like, some seeds, some dirt, and just like try your hand at it. If you ever thought about doing it, this is the summer to try. Even herbs, you could save money on herbs. So I always have like a basil plant. I do grow fresh mint. I'm always using fresh mint. It's a staple in Middle Eastern cuisine. I've got fruit trees. So I've got an orange tree, a lemon tree, an apple tree, a fig tree, because that's like a staple in every Middle Eastern household, plums, and I hope to add nectarine this year. So whenever I have a plot of like land, I try to, grow a fruit tree because that'll keep us going. We have free fertilizer now. Any poop works, but if it's human and cat, it needs to sit for a year. Yeah, I'm not about like the human poop life. I'm not that good at fertilizer and mulch and all that stuff, but hey, if you know how to do that, power to you. Yes, and Russia has the biggest stores of wheat worldwide. They are basically the bread basket of Europe. And that's very concerning. That's very concerning. I don't know why people don't cooperate with peaceful and diplomatic means anymore. I don't know why everybody's warmongering at the same time, and I frankly find it disgusting. You have fresh mint and za'atar and rosemary plants, Helen. That's great. I say start small. Give yourself some confidence. Read up on how to grow your own, whether it's herbs, fruits, vegetables. The thing with me is, I have to confess to you, I'm crazy about bunny rabbits. I've got a bunch of rabbits. I've got a bunch of rabbits that hang out in my backyard, and I love them so much. And I know that if I have a vegetable garden, they're going to eat it all. Paradox is the Ukraine has the other one. Yeah, we do have going to grow my own potatoes. That's great. I thought we were the wheat producers. We do have wheat, but if we're dependent on fertilizer from Russia, that's a problem. I didn't know that. Camo says you have 200 cans of soup. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. And you know what? That's a smart thing to buy, soup, because it has, a lot of times they have vegetables in them and protein in them. So that's great to stock up on soup. I personally think like lentils are great food to stock up on because they're very hearty. They last a long time. I could put them in a variety of different things. They're full of fiber. As far as iron goes, plant-based foods don't have so much iron, but it's good that, lentils have more iron than other things. Camo wanted to emphasize organic soup. Yes, stay away from pesticides. Yes to lentils. I like lentils. If you guys want lentil recipes, let me know. I already have a couple of recipes for lentils on my channel. One is for shorbat adas, which is a soup made with lentils. That's very easy to make, super easy and delicious. Let's see, I don't know about it as well like you. And another one is mujaddada. Mujaddada is another one. Where are you guys getting this Russian news from? CNN. Okay, I used to admire CNN, and in my journalism days, I actually even worked at CNN. This was many moons ago when CNN used to be the arbiter of like real news. I stay away from mainstream news altogether. If you want to get sources from the ground, I suggest you go to independent journalists. If you want me to give you suggestions, like Glenn Greenwald is one of my favorites. Glenn Greenwald is an amazing journalist, and he's been doing independent news for a really long time. I used to like Mint Press. Mint Press isn't bad, but they have some ulterior motives. But Glenn Greenwald is one of my favorites, actually. Al Jazeera is not bad, But you have to look at who they're funded by, and that'll tell you everything. But mainstream news is just horrific. They're just warmongering like no other. It's pretty despicable. Let's see. Yeah, one thing I was considering is going back into politics and news because that's always been my passion. Before cooking. And I did an informal poll. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I highly recommend you do. It's at Blanche Media. And I did a sort of informal poll. Should I continue doing my cooking channel or should I go back to like sort of independent news? And most of the people said just, we love your food more than you going back to politics. And, I kind of take that to heart because, what I do love about doing a food blog and a food channel is that it brings people together rather than tearing people apart. And sadly, no matter what stance I would take on anything, I don't want to alienate people because I think that we need to bring people together more than ever, right? Instead of alienating people. It's so important. The family, what I love about Middle Eastern culture is our emphasis on the family and friends and being hospitable and treating people respectfully. And that's what I'm all about. And we have enough hate in this world. Let's see. Yeah, this whole Ukraine-Russia thing is just out of control. It needs to stop. Diplomacy needs to take over. Let's see. What else do we have? Thank you, Emily. You can tie in cultural and independent news. If I were to go do some independent news stuff, I was dabbling in the thought of a podcast. I like podcasts because you can listen to podcasts while you're driving, while you're doing errands. going for a walk in the park. And it's great because you don't have to have a good hair day for a podcast. I could be invisible and just talk to you like my friends. I don't have to worry about my hair every day. Because let me tell you, hair is a pain in the rear. Let's see. The Mujaddada recipes, how I discovered your channel, says Geneva Foodie. Thank you. I'm so glad that you stuck around. I mean, the saddest thing is when people love recipes and then they don't subscribe and they're not part of the family. And I'm like, hey, where did you go? You like this recipe, but I would love for you to stick around because I'd love to share some more recipes and stories with you. Now, another thing I have, I wanted to open my own channel on YouTube, but my English was enough as a time about, you know what? I say if you want to start a YouTube channel, don't let anything stop you. I find accents very cute and endearing. Don't let that stop you. A podcast is a great idea. Thank you, Emily. Oh, Munir is here. To those who are fasting, Ramadan Mubarak. It's the first day of Ramadan. Thank you for the reminder, Ramadan Mubarak, to all of my Muslim friends. I actually fast along with my Muslim friends a lot, just in solidarity. And if you want any Ramadan recipes, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. I'd love your feedback. And Munir is a character. Munir is the master of the most fascinating and interesting and creative comments I've ever received in my life. Like, I read all of your comments. I really do. I don't, I read all of them. But so if you guys leave a comment, the problem is I don't have time to respond to all of them, and I try my best, but Munir really brings on some amazing comments. Yes to Ramadan recipes from Tanya. Okay. And let's see, can you tell me where are the terrorists and the virus? I know, right? The virus. It's so funny at the moment. We now have Putinophobia. Like Putinophobia has replaced the coronavirus. So he kind of cured coronavirus in a way. It's invisible now. Isn't that funny? How you replace one crisis with another. The important thing is to have a constant crisis and to keep us in fear at all times, because you can only control people when they're fearful. So another mantra of mine is to never be fearful. I've never been fearful. I don't know if it's the Palestinian in me or what, but it takes a lot to make me fearful. If you start a podcast, please have on your mom on. She's awesome. You guys make a wonderful team. Thank you so much. Yeah, of course I'd have my mom on. She's not really into politics as much as I am, but yeah, I mean, my mom is the whole reason why I started this channel, was to preserve her recipes and her thought process. Like, she's a huge reason why I started the channel in the first place. And she encouraged me from day one, even when a lot of people discouraged me from starting a food channel. If you can imagine, there was a time before Feast in the Middle East when people are like, why are you starting a food channel? You're a journalist. That's what you do. Like, I was identified from a completely different perspective. People saw me as a journalist. I would be on television, multiple TV channels, in fact, like 4 or 5, where they saw me as a journalist first and foremost, and they could never see me as a cooking personality. And now I've been doing this so long that people don't see me as a journalist. If I ever comment on politics, they'll be like, stay in your lane, Blanche. You're all about the food life. And I think that's pretty funny, because I think we can all wear multiple hats at the same time. And I don't like to be defined in any particular way. I just think it's funny how it's shifted. Complete 180 from one identifier to another. Let's see what else, you guys. What is a dessert where they take the cheese and cook it and stretch it until it's stiff, and then they serve it in shreds with maple syrup? Are you talking about kanafa maybe, or mutabbak? Mutabbak is where they stretch the cheese. I have both recipes on my channel. If you want to check it out, it's in my dessert playlist. Let's see. The Ukrainians are not without fault. Trust me, I am a Pole. Oh, I trust you. I know. I know that there has been some corruption in Ukrainian politics. No doubt about that. They're painting them. I'm talking about the politicians. I'm not talking about the people. God bless the people. My heart always goes out to the people. And people being displaced and forced to leave their homes. Trust me, I can identify like no other, being in the diaspora myself. It is heinous, these politicians, what they're doing. Let's see, lock up the next round. They will lock up the unstabbed. I know it's despicable. The dehumanization is what I have deep issues with. You know, I think everybody should be free to do what they want to do. If do what you need to feel safe, but to put your own beliefs onto another human being, I feel is crazy. I mean, since when did we think this way? I mean, that's fascist mind thought. That's a fascist way to think. Let's see, the best thing you could have done. I love the recipes, especially the maftoul. Thank you, Helen, for the encouragement. You are so sweet. I always appreciate all your comments, and I'm so glad you love the maftoul recipe in particular. Maftoul is the Palestinian couscous chicken soup. That's one of my favorite recipes of all time. It's my comfort food. And if you guys haven't tried my maftoul recipe, please look it up on my channel and try it out yourself. It truly, I have it on rotation in my house every 3 weeks because my family loves it so much. They never get tired of maftoul. If I did it every week, they would want maftoul every week. And thank you for saying you love my cookbook. I really appreciate the support on my cookbook. And guys, I've now accumulated so many recipes that I might have to do. I can't do a second cookbook because that took years off my life unless I take some time off the channel. But what I can maybe do is do an e-cookbook that's like, you know, just online only, without the printing issue, and release that. Oh, Geneva, you didn't have to do that. You're so sweet. A super chat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is too kind of you. I will put that to good use. You know, every time I get a super chat or my Patreons, I need to thank my Patreons. I have a Patreon account. I take all of that money and I put it towards paying the camera people, because when I hire camera people, I hire the best, and that have good souls. These cameramen, Josh, I'm talking to you, and Alex, I'm talking to you. They are the sweetest guys. They are foodies at heart. They love cooking at home. So it's really special to have cameramen that know how to cook too, and that appreciate the process and make it at home. As a matter of fact, Alex, one of the cameramen, he has his own TikTok. I need to find his name. If Alex, you're watching, put your TikTok channel so I can find it. And Josh too, he's a total foodie. And so I like to give back to the cameramen because I have to pay them, you know, a good wage. And so that's what I like to put it towards. So thank you, Geneva, you're too kind. ¿Dónde vives in Mexico? Oh, Mexico. I love Mexico. I want to go there this summer. Hola, Susan de Mexico. Oh, Susan, there's like some cool conversations going on between. Let me catch up on what I missed here. The best thing you could have done. Love the maftoul. Do you know any American YouTube political channel on YouTube? Yeah, I mentioned Glenn Greenwald is one of my favorites. Abby Martin. I love Abby Martin. She's fantastic. She's actually a friend of mine. And she has a channel called The Empire Files. And I love her channel. I really enjoy her channel. As far as somebody who's been documenting like the Ukrainian refugee crisis, there's this guy named Johnny FD, and he is an expat. He lived in my neighborhood in San Francisco. He moved to Ukraine, fell in love, and bought a couple of properties there. And then he had to quickly move out. So he's like he had to leave. So he was in Hungary for a while, and I think now he's in Greece. And that's been fascinating, getting a bird's eye view of what the refugees are dealing with in Ukraine. Let's see. Oh, and I actually love, for a different perspective in Poland, if you want to see a different perspective, I really like the Liberty Report by Ron Paul. I see him as sort of a grandfather. He's a libertarian, so he's kind of down the middle, and I really appreciate his reports. I love the Liberty Report. If you guys, I call him my Cedo Ron Paul. I think he's cute, and he's been around for a very long time, and he can definitely differentiate, you know, what's propaganda and what isn't. So I really like him. Let's see. how about the mindset of nationalists so dangerous? They murdered 200,000 innocent. You know, people don't understand what the Polish people have been through too. The Polish people have been through hell and back, and my heart goes out to the Polish people, most definitely. Let's see. I love your channel. Thank you, Susan. Harry Vox. Harry Vox is an interesting cat because Harry Vox foresaw what was going to happen with coronavirus. He saw what was coming before it even happened. And he shared this fascinating document called, I think it was called Project Lockstep, where they put every detail about what was going to happen, from coronavirus to lockdown to how it was going to affect people, affect their freedom. I mean, it was crazy. And it's still, that document is still alive. It's called Project Lockstep, I believe. And Harry Vox saw that coming before it happened. So that was crazy. Abby Martin, but one time she pissed me off, but I have forgiven her. You know, no journalist is going to please everyone. That's why they're journalists. If they're true journalists, sometimes they are going to piss people off because sometimes the truth hurts, and sometimes they might have their own internal bias that might come out. Because after all, we're only human, and it's hard to be perfectly non-biased. So that is tough. I participated on YouTube trip long time. I can tell a bit about America. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool to have perspectives from people living in Europe because what they're experiencing is different than what we might be told in America. So I definitely say seek out different voices from different parts of the world to give you the most balanced perspective of what's happening in the world. I mean, look where I'm from in the Middle East. I mean, if you depended on mainstream media, I would be a terrorist. So, and that was another reason why I wanted to start this channel, was to bring a human face to our people, because frankly, you know, you get sick and tired of being labeled something by people that know nothing and have never even traveled to your part of the world. And yet they seem to act like they're experts on it. And that really rubbed me the wrong way, you know? If you had to go to a different country, where would you go? If I could move somewhere, wow. You know, of course I'd want to go, if Palestine was free, I'd want to live there. But if it wasn't free, which I don't see it being free anytime soon, I really love Barcelona in Spain, and I'd love to explore Costa Rica. I've heard a lot about Costa Rica, so I would love to go there. There are a lot of every country has their own propaganda. Absolutely, 100%. Vanessa Beeley does amazing work in the Middle East. Yes, I really like Vanessa Beeley's work. She's great. Another one who has an interesting point of view is Syrian Girl. Syrian Girl has done some amazing work as well. And she's been shut down. I think she was shut down off Twitter, poor thing. She might have a YouTube channel. I don't know if she comments a lot, but you can look up Syrian Girl. She has an interesting perspective. And when I'm recommending people, I'm not saying you must follow these people and you know, abide by everything they're saying. I'm just saying look at a different perspective and make your own conclusions. That's what it's all about. Make up your own conclusions, you know. Let's see. Patricia Hill, cardamom bought organic ground grocery store or specialty shop. Patricia, I don't know if you saw what I said in the beginning of the stream, but I usually like to buy my Middle Eastern spices like cardamom from Middle Eastern shops because they have higher turnover and they get their spices from the Middle East, where the soil offers a different flavor, a stronger, more fragrant spice. So if you don't have a Middle Eastern market, I like Ziad brand. They're a great brand. I also like Sea of Herbs, and that one. Sea of Herbs is it's a Palestinian spice shop, and I really appreciate their spices as well. And I'm trying to think of what else. Just look for a place that has high turnover, because spices can get stale. Their fragrance can be gone, you know, and I would just make sure of that. And sometimes they even use fillers in their spices, which I'm not a fan of. B-Pod, I love you, B-Pod. I always appreciate your personal perspectives. When algorithms dictate so much about the information we are exposed to, I find it so important to take active steps to diversify your social media diet. I love that. Oh my God, I couldn't have said it better, B-Pod. I want to thank B-Pod for being a Patreon and for supporting the channel for many years now. I appreciate you so much. And I couldn't agree with her more. Just like we vary our diet, you know, like a diversified diet that we eat, we should diversify the diet of perspectives that we get before making conclusions. And what I find is that people are so quick to jump on a bandwagon of perspectives. Like, it's all or nothing. It's black and white. You either think this or you think that. And that drives me insane. I mean, it's so important to get perspectives from people on the ground. People on the ground. Think about it. How many perspectives are you getting shoved into your face from people that have never even been to the region once? And that says everything. Like me being from the Middle East, I want to get perspectives from people that have visited at least a few times, that understand the nuance, right? And same with you, like Ukraine, Russia. And you know what I've done recently is I've even like gone on to Ukrainian and Russian personalities on YouTube. It's amazing that they're getting a voice right now. I hope YouTube doesn't shut them down. But there are some people that are like telling us day to day what they're suffering from. And Russian people are suffering, Ukrainian people are suffering, and I want to know what's going on localized in their neck of the woods before I make it any of my own conclusions, you know? So thank you, B-Pod. That was a stellar comment, and I really appreciate you. Palestine is amazing. Thank you. I'd like to think so myself, although many people label us as terrorists. And let's see. YouTube, and I want to preface this by saying that I have so many Jewish friends that have a huge heart, that do some amazing work on the ground too. So one of these organizations is called Beit Salam, and they are a group of Jewish people that are doing phenomenal work in Palestine. And I highly recommend you. I think they have a channel here on YouTube. Watch their channel, follow their stuff. I donate to them. They're a spectacular organization run by Jewish people that are on the ground, that see what's happening. They're phenomenal, phenomenal people. So I just want to let you know about that as well. Let's see. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. YouTube won't shut them down. The entire grid will get shut down. It's scary stuff, Camo. I've been, another friend of mine that has been on YouTube for a while is called A Call for an Uprising, and he's doing some amazing work and talking about, you know, what are these elites doing? What do they have in store? If I can guide you to a place that will really open your eyes, it's the World Economic Forum run by Klaus Schwab. And the World Economic Forum, yikes, the stuff that's coming out from them is, you know, blood curdling, and their plans for us are not looking good, folks. A Call for an Uprising is doing some great work on that. Check out the World Economic Forum and you will see what these elites have planned for us, and it's not a pretty future. Let's see. Yeah, rebooted New World Order style. They're all talking about that New World Order, that pesky New World Order that they are very in love with. Oh, somebody else watched A Call for an Uprising. Yeah, he's been deleted so many times. The poor guy has like maybe 3 or 4 channels all over the place. He just got in touch with me recently too, to reach out, and I really appreciated that. He's very kind. He's a fan of A Feast in the Middle East too. Who knew? It's kind of funny, the kind of people that come to your channel at any given time. So I'm a humanitarian first and foremost. I believe in, you know, in peace through diplomatic means. That's always been my stance, always. And to be kind to others, no matter where they come from. I don't care what religion you are. If you're Muslim, if you're Jewish, if you're Christian, if you're atheist. I've got one of my best friends is an atheist, and you know, I'm not about being judgmental. I hate people that judge others, and I see too much of that. Even with the coronavirus, the amount of judgment and dehumanization has got to stop. has got to stop. We're all human. We should be compassionate with one another, and everybody has unique and specific needs in their life. We don't know what anyone's going through in their lives, and everybody has their own suffering, you know? Let's see. So yeah, I just wanted to get in touch with you, express my gratitude to you, because, you know, YouTube and YouTube has been horrifying to a lot of creators. I've got over 70,000 subscribers, and would you believe, every time I publish a new video, less than 0.05% of my subscribers get my content. They have destroyed this platform so much and messing with the algorithms. Sometimes what happens is they try to shut down alternative points of view politically, and so what happens is all creators pay a price because they mess with the algorithm so much. And my channel has definitely paid a price in the past 6 months. And just recently, I was watching a major food channel, and they've been complaining about their viewership being affected. And I'm like, wow, these people have millions and millions of subscribers, and they're being affected. How does it affect smaller creators like me? I mean, it's really sad. So that's why I hate, you know, emphasizing please subscribe and please like and all this. I hate it, but I know that if I don't mention it, that the algorithm is gonna, you know, throw the videos to crap. Nobody's gonna see it. So it was enough to make me even want to quit my channel several times. I'm being honest with you guys. It's very frustrating because you put your heart, your soul, everything you've got into these videos, and then to see it just like, you know, get shut down by a stupid algorithm, it's really, really discouraging. It sucks, frankly. So, did you know Jeff C? I don't know who Jeff C is. I'll look it up. I'm glad to give you a heads up on FB. We knew this was coming today. Thank you so much, Emily. Yeah, so you could follow me on Facebook at Blanche's Feast in the Middle East, on Instagram at Blanche Media. Oftentimes I'll post musings there that I don't post on YouTube. YouTube is headquarters for my brand new videos. Whenever I have a brand new video, the first people to know are you subscribers on YouTube before anyone else. And then, you know, like daily musings, I'll put them on the other channels. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. And sometimes even my blog, feastinthemiddleeast.com, if you're not subscribed to that, you could also subscribe to that as well. So I wanted to thank you. I want to thank you, my subscriber family. I want to thank everyone from Instagram to Facebook, my Patreon peeps. You know who you are. I just love you all so much. And never feel shy to give me your feedback in terms of what you'd like to see in the channel. Would you like more health and wellness stuff? Would you like more cooking, more beauty, more travel, more vlogs, whatever it is that you would like to see more of? I'd love to hear from you. Don't be shy, okay? And if you want to be nasty, like the other day, somebody's like, wow, what's the deal with that name Blanche? How pretentious. I mean, my mom speaks fluent French and she liked the name Blanche. And because I pronounce it Blanche and not Blanche from the Golden Girls, this person was all like, thought I was being pretentious. No, I was grown up my whole life with my parents calling me Blanche. I'm not trying to be pretentious. That's just how you say my name. And Golden Girls just ruined it for me. So, thank you, Emily. I'm glad you follow me on Facebook. Please don't quit. I feel indebted to you guys, so I'm not quitting quite yet. Let's see. Didn't know about your other gigs. I should be a better businesswoman. I already told you at the top of the top of this stream of how I'm not the greatest businesswoman because I say no to a lot of money because I don't want to share garbage with my viewers, and I won't ever do it either. Your videos are uplifting, says Geneva. Thank you so much. B-Pod, I'm glad you're still here too. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Age O Truth. Somebody wants hot and spicy food. Now, Alistair, forgive me because I don't eat hot and spicy food. I don't like it, but my dad and my mom love hot and spicy food. So maybe my mom could share her shatta recipe. She makes shatta. It's like a chili paste, like a Middle Eastern chili paste. Would that make you excited, Alistair? Maybe we can do that. And you could always add hot sauce to everything I create. That's what I always say, you know, like I have recipes. If you like hot sauce, okay, Bpod says yes, please. More exposing the enemy is what I'm looking for. Maybe I'll start a podcast where we can do that. And yes, Munir, my name means white in French. And my mom loved that name, Blanche. Don't ask me why. Actually, yes, I know why. It's from the book Jane Eyre. She thought Blanche was the glamorous character and she speaks fluent French. And so she wanted to name me after that character from the book Jane Eyre, just to give you a little trivia here. Blanche means to turn pale. Yeah, well, if you're gonna blanch some almonds, I guess, yeah. But I don't like to see myself as pale. Do I look pale? This is about as pale as I'm gonna get because I haven't been in the sun too much lately. Anything with harissa paste. Emily, I do have a harissa paste recipe on my channel. You can check that out. Thank you, Camo, for telling me it's a beautiful name. I used to want to change it when I was a kid. I wanted anything but Blanche, trust me. Lady Gâteau. He calls me Lady Gâteau. Or my mom, Lady Gâteau. Munir, he calls my mom Lady Gâteau, like Lady Cake. I think that's the cutest nickname in the world. It's so cute. And yes, let's see. Archie Bonkers. Oh my God, the best name. Archie Bonkers. Does she always make you blanch the onions when you're cooking? No, no, no. Although I love my onions. I like to caramelize my onions. So I like to turn them brown, not blanch them. So my name means bent nose. Camo? Really? How is that possible? Bent nose. Bent nose. How old am I? That is the secret. You know, I've thought about sharing my age, but then part of me is like, no, I kind of want to keep that a mystery because people think I'm a lot younger than I am. And I like appealing to the younger people, you know, like I'm young at heart. I'm always a child at heart. So I might reveal my age sometime, but I don't know if I could do it this stream. Let's see. Never ask a woman her age, Munir, the class act right there. He knows, he knows. Yeah, so whoever's watching this in the aftermath, I appreciate you too. If you're not here with my live feed and you're gonna watch this on demand, I will keep this video up on demand. So if you have any comments or questions that you couldn't think of during the live stream or you watch this after the fact, please don't be shy. You can participate in this stream. Blanche is 2,000 years old from Palestine. Yes, I'm the original Canaanite coming at you from the ancient Palestine. Camo's a master age guesser. Don't reveal your guess. Thanks for the informal chat. Thank you, Emily, for participating. And Camo says, I look at least 10 years younger than I am. Yes, I have heard that many, many times, that I am 10 years younger. I look 10 years younger than I am. So I will leave it at that, my friends. I actually have another appointment that I have at 11 o'clock that I need. It's actually a prep for my French trip. I have like, I'm getting together with all these people on a Zoom to talk about plans for this trip. I can't wait. I really hope to bring you, okay, let me give you some I want to keep it a surprise. I'm going to keep it a surprise of the plans that I have for this French trip to give you guys. It's just going to be mind-blowing foodie content. It's going to be really good. Hopefully I will make it in one piece. Have fun in France, said Mia. Thank you, thank you. I hope that, you know, this flight isn't painful and that everything is on time, because I've had some really painful flights in the past couple of years. Yes, I'm going to France, Archie Bonkers, in next month. I'm going to try to get a lot of material for the channel. So I'm excited about that. Hooray for mind-blowing foodie content. Yes, that's what we're here for. We are here for the mind-blowing foodie content. Remember to love one another. Be grateful for everything that we are given every day, because it's all like a gift. Whether every meal that you guys are going to eat today, be grateful for it. I'm grateful for this cup of coffee. I'm grateful for you guys. Stream more. Your interaction with chat is on another level. Thank you. Really? Should I do that? Maybe I should. Shop off and visit us in London. I wish. I have a dear friend of mine in London and I wish I could see him. Russell. See you then from France. Yes. Thank you. I'm grateful to all of you guys. And if you guys do want more of these live chats, please let me know. I sometimes, like, I don't know if I should do these or not because I don't know if you get a lot out of them. I know you guys like recipes and information and stuff like that. But yeah, let me know if you want to see more live chats. And if you do, the frequency, what do you think? Once a month? Once every 2 months? I don't know. Maybe I'll do a live from France if I can. That would be cool. Like from my hotel room or something, or from any cool experience I'm having. I'll try my best. If I get good Wi-Fi, maybe I'll do a live stream from France, okay? I'll try. I'll try my best, and I'll try to set it up so you could see my hotel room or something. We'll see. If my Wi-Fi sucks, you'll know why. It's because my Wi-Fi sucks. I have no idea what to expect here. So, okay. So love you guys. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great Easter to you that are celebrating. Eid Mubarak to my Muslim friends. And I wish you all the best, okay? Thank you so much. Me is to stop streaming. Okay, I'm going to stop streaming right now, okay? Love you guys. Bye-bye.